Here we go. The Sweet and Sassy Show. This is episode 24. This is our first time we are just rolling with it for real, Z. And talking about how the universe is in alignment. I have been talking to people all day. This is being recorded in the month of October right now, but this is being aired in November, the second Friday of November. So understand that in the present moment, we are in October the 9th. Better things are coming. Better things are coming. The universe is shifting. I am here with Molly Lowe, LinkedIn business queen. She closes deals all over the place on the regular. You should talk to her. She could also help you. Uh, I am Jen Carpenter, Secure and Savvy Solutions. I have fully defined that I basically work with entrepreneurial parents so they can show up fully focused and present on their priorities and be able to do that regardless of the influences all around us and do with what's in your control to create your reality, to create the life that you want. What's standing in the way? So we basically navigate all of that in my Mind Flow Mastery coaching community, and connection and consistency is what everyone needs. I've defined that fully and there's more to it. But anyways, let's just talk about how the universe is shifting. And Molly was telling me that the moon phase is in Aries, something like that. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and that? We'll start there.
Absolutely. Hey, everyone. So we're called the Sweet and Sassy Show, and I'm going to tell you right now, today's going to be a little bit on the sassier side. I think the energies are leaning a little bit to that. So for those of you who didn't know, and I actually, if you're tuning in and this is exactly how you're feeling exactly at this time, we still would love to know. So even though we are in technically Libra season, the moon itself, the full moon, we are in the full moon season, and the full moon is actually in Aries. Aries is a fire sign for those of you who aren't really, into astrology. I am no astrology expert, but I know enough to know that I was physically not feeling very well. And it wasn't like, I know it wasn't an illness. It wasn't like I was tired. It wasn't that I didn't have a lack of energy or when you just feel like sick, you just know you're feeling sick. No, this,
Uneasy, like
yeah,
uneasy,
right. This is
uneasy.
more of I've been having these temple raging headaches. And instantly I was like, hey, something's up with the moon. Something is up with this full moon. I need to know. So of course, went down the rabbit hole, and sure enough, anytime it is a full moon in Aries, you can, if you're anything like me, have headaches. And it just opened up so much more information of the way that the stars are aligned, the way that the moon is aligned, because the full moon is in Aries. It is essentially telling you, because it's fire, it's in your head. So this is where you're gonna feel, if anyone's been feeling really spicy with, like, just kind of angry, right? Feeling kind of fiery is the best way. Anger is probably not the right way of describing it, but like a little fiery, like, you know what? I am no longer going to be accepting this, or I'm no longer, this is the time. This is the full moon where we now need to release. We need to process a lot of those fiery emotions that we're having. And what I've been reading, and I need to do this still yet today, is they actually say write down the things that you want to release on a piece of paper and throw it into a fire, like burn it as a way to release some of this fiery Aries energy that's tied to this full moon. So, oh yeah, it's a thing. It is a thing. And I know I can't be the only one. And this Aries moon is also a start of a lot of new beginnings for people. It's like this is the time for you to, again, release the things that don't serve you anymore and then begin a new chapter. There's changes that we're feeling. And this is a lot of, like, even in my clients in my community, everyone's starting new things, or they're launching new things, or they're, going into new partnerships and whatnot. And this is the time. So I will pause on my
Whew,
on that.
it's all good. It is all good. The topic today is redemption. We'll get into how that came about. It's a season of releasing everything. I have been speaking to people all day, literally, and I don't normally say that word, but it's true today. I actually don't use that word, specifically don't use that word for various reasons. And yes, we are not the only ones.
Mm-hmm.
The energy is shifting across the universe and the planet, and this stuff, whether you're into astrology or not, it is real. It is whatever you want to think that it is. It's the universe speaking to us, and we have to pay attention to it. We get to pay attention to it. Um, New beginnings. What I will just start with is basically not even getting into the actual topic I had planned. We're going to just flow with whatever happens and goes on in the world. Uh, it's a season of, you said, starting things and ending things,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
whatever that looks like, personally, professionally, for yourself, whatever you need. Um, and that comes with discomfort. And I've been told by other people, you just need to sit with the discomfort. It's uncomfortable, but it's best to just sit with it because you don't really have an option in that case. You just gotta, it is what it is, as you've said before. So the everything that I have all encompassed in like the 8 pages of notes of things I have from today that have inspired me. And I'm on, to be honest, like a real high right now. I got to bring myself back down, and I'm still on like a really high. Like that's how much energy there is, okay? That's how much energy there is right now. There's a lot of letting go, of ending certain things and beginning new things, and you have to be able to stay focused to flow. But this is the key here, to flow without forcing.
Mm.
It's coming up everywhere all day. In my own work, I just went to an event where they talked about my entire program concepts. I went to two events that talked about everything that I do. They don't even know me. And now the concepts they were talking about were exactly what I teach in my program. It's like, hello, everybody needs what you have, shouting at me exactly when I needed to hear it. Everyone in the room, I've talked to 16 people today. Conversations with that many people today in a room, somewhere or another. Let go to flow. Everything happens when it's supposed to. Divine spontaneity, creation. In my weekly accountability group, as I call, these are notes from that I'm talking about what I do with it. Come here to get what you didn't even know you needed. We say it at the mastermind that this topic, redemption, came from on a Saturday morning every other with Alyssa Bakar, North Star's Babes, we call it now. It's her group, and this topic came from that. So I wanted to shout them out. A lot of where I've gone over the past years because I've been present and focused in that group. And it's a great space to be. So these are the notes from it. Come here to get what you didn't even know you needed. I feel like I'm going to get emotional on this next one. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is written here. Holy cow. Sorry. Yesterday, this topic came up with my ex-husband about the universe, and he reads the Bible twice a day. It's bigger than us. The relationship that I was in for the past year, I ended 3 weeks ago, and he would say all of these other things. He's not super religious, but he is. He didn't know how powerful he is. He would say it's bigger than me. It's greater than me. We don't have control of the results and the outcomes. We don't have control over what goes on. We could take as much action all day as we want and be logic and driven and actionable, but the power comes when you stop forcing everything. And that's what I've been going through for the past period of time, and this past week in particular. And all these synchronicities and everything just keep popping up one day after another, one day after another, 1 minute after another. So I'll just define this topic, redemption, from the North Stars Babes, letting go, taking your power back. My next Mind Flow Mastery event coming up in the end of the month here is Power of Choice, seeking to improve um, your character. Your choices create your reality and your environment. Seeking to improve your character. We talked about sharpening today, leveling up, um, expanding, growing, all of those things as a person when you become a business owner. You grow and expand in every aspect of your life. The power of knowing, taking responsibility, being brutally honest with yourself. Truth and trust. So the power of knowing, that's what redemption is, knowing what is truth. Honest, brutal truth. We talked about that. Maybe we can elaborate more on that. And the power of forgiveness for our past wrongdoings. Oh my God, the list that I made today at this event was including all of these too. It was you know, to learn from your lessons, and I always say too, you can do no wrong as long as you look at everything as a lesson learned. It's the same thing. The power is the power of forgiveness for our past wrongdoings, and then choosing to do something differently. So those were like the 3 points of what we were going to originally talk about. Go ahead.
Yeah. What you're doing, I mean, you are doing exactly what this full moon in Aries is asking for us to do, which is to release. It's that fieriness, right? I mean, even to your point, like this energy that you have is this like fiery, like I am, look at all of the things and I can feel that. And I love it, right? It's very, very aligned with what the moon is trying to tell us to do. And I think the piece here truly is I want two things. Number one, you're gonna have to write this all down
Oh, I've got it.
and burn it. Like I told them, that's
Oh,
the
okay.
ritual. You gotta burn it. The things that you want to release, burn,
Uh-huh. Yes.
right? And just say,
Yes.
you know what? I'm learning from it, like you said. It's a lesson I release and I'm gonna burn, right? And to the second point of that flow of letting go and just allowing for it to happen is such a fantastic reminder for everybody. I think that, entrepreneurs like us, conceptually, we understand that. We know that forcing things to happen isn't always, we know forcing doesn't create the results that we desire and we're worthy of in a quick manner. However, that is our our logical mind that's trying to force things to happen. And that's the reason why, again, for the millionth time, I am all about spirituality plus strategy, because when we talk about aligned action, that is you doing something that feels aligned. And I say this all the time to my clients. I actually was just saying this to my coaching session yesterday. Easy, simple, aligned, and exciting. How can you make whatever that is that you need to do and you want to do easy, simple, aligned, and exciting? And going with that ease and flow really truly is going to help you to better embrace the journey while having a fun, positive outlook of what the potential outcomes will be. Right. So I love this fiery side of you, Jen. I think this is great. And all the signs are, I mean, I'm just watching it play out
You
real
just wait. You are actually, you are. You are watching it play out in real time. You really are. I wrote on my piece of paper of 8 pages of notes up there too to embrace the journey. I love what you said about easy, simple, aligned, and exciting. And here's exactly a perfect example that happened this morning with that. I waited till this morning to write the copy for my email for my networking event. And I said to myself, I'm just gonna knock it out in 30 minutes instead of being like, dang it, I got it. But here's the thing, I love writing. So only recently, because I made space to hire somebody to do 5 hours of work and, and take over multiple responsibilities with the emails that I do for the events that go on, these other things, tasks, whatever they are. I made space for more of me to show up. And I did that. And uh see, I get so excited about it, then I start to lose track. I have to come back down. I have to come back down. Um, I made space to open up and allow and all these things to happen. Do you know where I was going exactly with this? I'm telling you, I'm on such a high, and then I don't want to take too long today either.
Are we
I was
talking
saying,
about
go
how
ahead.
you made how writing your copy became easy
Yes,
in
became
school?
easy. Thank you. Yes, 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 became easy. So, because I made space to make room to do more of the things that I want to do that are aligned with me in my zone of genius, um, I have had more space. Okay, I've had more space. I'm actually elaborating what I was really going to say. I have more space, so that's why this too is feeling uncomfortable because I've made more space to allow the greatness to come into my life. And you're not used to the space. You're not used to having it. And yeah, we want to fill it with the other things too sometimes that are more comfortable because it's uncomfortable. So, in general, looking at how tasks are, a thought often is this is what we say is hard. So, instead of me feeling that this particular thing was a chore, that could be anything with your kids, with whatever, it feels like a chore. Even with that's my thought with as a mom. Oh, more work for me. If you look at everything at work, it's work, whether that's your kids or your business. And I just told myself, I'm just going to knock that out in 30 minutes. And I did it in 20 instead of procrastinating. And I triple check things. So maybe it was a little closer to 30, but either way, point being, let go to flow and redemption. Redemption would be to come back to all of this, taking your power back, the power of choice, power of forgiveness for your past wrongdoings, the power of knowing. It's just to flow instead of force. When you show up fully for yourself and you choose to do nothing but that, the decisions that you make, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to come your way. That's like, this has to be the most powerful piece of advice we could give anybody.
Mhm.
Like, there's so many things that come up and it's like, oh, light bulb, or I live by this, live by that. Like, I've been doing this stuff for 5 years. If I could have decided 5 years ago to completely let go of control and flow and force and all the things that go into it that we've learned, right? If I could have done that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, imagine how different your life could be.
Oh, I love that. Can I just say, my aha in listening to you say that is this. I am going to lovingly challenge our listeners to go from, yes, awareness is a really important part of the first step of learning how to let go and go with flow and seeing everything as a lesson so that you have your redemption story, right? But can I just say, can we stop being in the awareness stage? Now it's time for us to implement and be in the action, right? So, what are you going to do today? What's that one action that you are going to take to actually be in more flow, in ease, simplicity, alignment, and excitement? What is that one thing? Pick that one, start with one, and just do it. Just like Jen just said with her example, don't make it out to be harder than it needs to be. Don't overcomplicate, don't overthink, don't overdo. Make it easy, simple, aligned, exciting so that you can start to implement. And we all conceptually know this is important. Let's let go of, not to say that we don't want to be any more aware, but it's like, when you just learn, but never do.
Oh, you've got to take something from everything you learn and be able
Absolutely.
to apply it.
When you do, you learn. So there we go.
Learn by doing. You have
That's
told
what
me
I
that
say.
from the beginning, and even in the coaching program I was in, it was you're going to write a schedule every 30 minutes for 12 hours and work your ass off for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, or 7 days a week. And you got to learn by doing. You'll
Yes.
learn by
Yeah.
doing it. By doing it and being also, let me just add that and being, we are constantly doing. So you have to come back to the
True.
balances,
Absolutely.
taking time to just be and not constantly doing. That is where the balance comes in. I'm
Okay.
just going to wrap it up with this. We have kids to pick up and amazing things to absorb from our day. I already had a circle wheel written here because we talked about this in my meeting, and it starts with number one, awareness. And then it goes to in the circle because this is an evolving circle. It continues to flow in a circle. The second one was trust. Number
Mhm.
two, you move to accept, awareness and acceptance, trust and truth, whatever's going on. And then three is the lesson learned. And then four is going back into action. It is a
Mhm.
continuous circle, and even something else, I'm just going to end it here. Evolution and growth ascension. I don't know what that is yet, but it's written right here. And those words rang true to all of this. So I circled it and started. It may be the name of something, I don't really know. But we just determined this process that Molly said, make it easy, simple, aligned, and exciting. Redemption is all of these things that we've talked about. And then use this kind of thought process awareness, trust the truth of what's really going on, fact or fiction, whether it's a thought, whatever it is. Does this really matter now? Whatever. Trust it. Check your intuition. There's a lot of things that go into that. Three, what is the lesson learned? Acknowledge it and decide to move forward. Instead, you could do differently than you did before. You have a choice, the power of choice, and then take action instead and continue just repeating that loop instead of the negative thought loops that our brain goes into. Let's just do all of that instead.
Love. I love this sassy, spicy version of us. I love it. I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah, yeah,
great.
yeah. We're gonna just go into our topic right away. We just have already saved ourselves in the future 5 minutes of conversation that we'll just talk about our topic and go right into it like this. So here we are evolving and growing better together, as I say. Yeah. Look out for our videos in the future on the second Friday of every month, the Sweet and Sassy Show podcast. This is on my YouTube channel, Jen Carpenter, Secure and Savvy Solutions. Molly Lowe is mostly on LinkedIn and where else?
Threads.
Threads,
Hmm.
threads,
Hmm.
threads up in here. I am not on the threads. So yeah, I am Jen Carpenter, Secure and Savvy Solutions everywhere. But if you need anything from either of us, don't hesitate to reach out and stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you for being present here with us as the universe and the world evolves and shifts. And we just all need to sit in the discomfort of it and celebrate it and flow and release the things that no longer serve us to make room for more of the greatness. Thank you, Molly.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.